Forgive the low techery here, but in an effort to dispel the myths and disinformation about what the IDU, the International Democratic Union, is and isn't, we first have to look at what the World Economic Forum is and what they control. And there's no conspiracy theory here, okay? You can fact check all this stuff. Again, forgive my low techery. We'll get to the IDU in just a second here. A little more on the World Economic Forum, how it's laid out, how it works. Note the World Economic Forum's Young Global Leaders Program. That's important to recognize. I'll come back to that. Now we'll come to the IDU, because there's so much mis and disinformation amongst the low info and the low IQ out there. The fear of the IDU is largely a Canadian phenomenon on social media. Again, forgive the low techery, but you can freeze the frame and enlarge as you need be. Back to the World Economic Forum and their Young Global Leaders program, 3-year program. In Canada, well, under the Trudeau Liberal government, 75% of his cabinet ministers are World Economic Forum Young Global Leaders program graduates. The IDU has nothing similar. Oh, I should have reiterated that hasn't changed under Carney. He just shuffled them, and Carney still sits on the foundation board and the board of trustees at the WEF. So, the IDU, political parties are members of the IDU, some, but the individual politicians aren't members of the IDU, and they haven't gone to any equivalent of the 3-year World Economic Forum Young Global Leaders program graduate. Big difference, big difference. And when it comes to money, just take a look at the World Economic Forum's sponsorship list. Excuse me. In particular, corporate sponsor list. The World Economic Forum spends more money at Davos every year than what the IDU operates on. There is no comparison between the two groups, other than that they are ideologically opposed. But other than that, take a look at their stated agendas. Who has one world governance, sustainable development goals of 15-minute cities, and again, what powerful outfits, NGOs, does the World Economic Forum run? I know, it's all pretty low tech here and the Common Sense Carl channel, but fear of the IDU, I think, comes from the World Economic Forum's Behavioral Sciences Department, which is something you might want to take a look into. And you might want to take a look into the Behavioral Insight team that we have in Canada, which is headed by Sasha Trejaboff, who's a WEF Young Global Leaders Program graduate. And then if you want to go even further, take a look at the IIU and the Privy Council in Ottawa. Anyways, just trying to, well, you can't fix stupid, but you can help those with low info.